Hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing okay. After I filmed that last video about how to end racism, I thought about more ideas on what we could do. We, you and I, mostly you, because I don't even talk about it. It's not a part of my thoughts. They're just not there. They don't exist. Racism does not exist in my thoughts. They were never planted there. Nobody said, gave me directives about this race against that race, or said that person's a racist, and then, that of course introduces the concept to the young impressionable mind, and that will be a part of his or her thoughts. But if we start at a young age, but it must be evident across the board. Human beings must not hear this from anywhere, from any source. And the first thing I thought of after I finished that last video is stop calling Trump a racist. Stop calling Snow a racist. Stop calling the national anthem racist. Stop calling people and things racist. That is one of the first things that we can do to combat racism, is stop talking about race. You think about China, you think about Japan. There's no issue of race. None at all. Because they did not grow up with racism. They did not grow up with, and if someone looks differently, they're simply called a foreigner or a Westerner. But they were never, ever taught that one race is superior to another, or one race is bad. Let's put it that way. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very much attracted to Asian people. Because Asians, there's no racism in their minds. Racism does not exist. If you ask an Asian, someone from the Philippines, China, Japan, South Korea, about racism, they wouldn't know what you're talking about. And that's one of the reasons why I'm very much attracted to Asians and Asian women, Asian culture. And because they don't talk about race. It doesn't exist. And especially the idea that one race is bad and the other race is good doesn't exist for Japanese, Chinese, South Koreans. I don't think in, Japanese, Chinese, it doesn't exist. Israelis, hey, it's another place I'd like to live. Because while the Philippines are the ones shouting all this falsehoods about Israelis and Israeli Jews. Jews and Israeli Jews are not racist. They have no ill will towards Palestinians. None at all. But mostly I'm attracted to Asians. Asian people, Asian customs, the amount of respect. They're taught how to respect their elders. And whatever relationship there are, whether it's teacher, parent to teacher, student to teacher, child to parent, employee to employer, they bow. They say, they bow when they approach a person, and they bow when they leave. It shows respect. Something that America doesn't seem to know about. Used to, long time ago. Long time ago. People learn respect. A child addresses his father as sir. Have you cleaned up your room? Yes, sir. Respect. You respect your elders. As a matter of fact, it's one of the commandments, by the way. Honor thy father and thy mother. It's a commandment for all people, all time. And you don't have that anymore. Well, in most families you have it. But sadly, in many families, it doesn't exist. Students are allowed to misbehave, like I saw in high school. With the class of 81, that was appalling what I saw. This is my observation when I had to take European culture a second time as a junior. And all the other kids were sophomores. And I was able to easily, it was the same class, same teacher, same classroom itself. So the same decorations on the walls, it looked very familiar. The desk, the carpet color, Mr. Lord, Richard Lord, I think his name was. And he always wore these Hawaiian shirts. But then when the class of 81 came in, it was a difference between night and day between my class of 80, and the following class 81. Because when I first took it in 10th grade, all the kids were at their desks. All the kids were paying attention. All the kids were looking up at the board, listening to the teacher. Respect. But when the class of 81 came in, I was the only one sitting at his desk, his or her desk. I was the only one trying to pay attention. Could you say that a little louder, Mr. Lord?